Hurricane Sandy devastated Staten Island. Significant portion of that damage concentrated in the Mid-Island district along the island's east shore. Wondering about your thoughts on protecting the shoreline. Has enough been done up until this point, nearly a year out? In terms of mitigation efforts specific to Staten Island. And to follow up with that, of course, it's been widely reported the state is currently working with residents in Oakwood Beach, the Fox Beach area, for a buyout. That process is nearing completion, and I'm wondering what thoughts you have on what should become of that area once those homes are demolished. Does it go specifically parkland? Does it become wetland? Is it something that needs to be, because the city hasn't yet said, and I suspect this will become a very big issue for this district once the process is finished with the buyout.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think the city has done enough. If you've walked along South Beach and Midland Beach, you see these berms that they've put up that are just sand. They're not reinforced. If we do have, God forbid, another storm like Hurricane Sandy, those berms are going to be wiped out within the first tidal surge. So I don't think that they've done enough. We need to be able to expand the berm, make it higher, like Mayor Bloomberg's plan currently, to be able to raise the boardwalk and then have a seawall in front of that, which is what we need to work on. I was out there day and night after Hurricane Sandy, working with the auxiliary police, doing, security and also, getting people out of their homes and helping them find where they need to go to the shelters. So I understand. I also live in the South Beach area, so I see the effects of what Hurricane Sandy has, done to my neighbors. And with the buyout program, I'm finally happy that it is coming to fruition, and I think that we need to make not parkland, but wetlands. See, wetlands are made to absorb those tidal surges, so it's going to add extra precautions if there is a future storm. So I think it's important to preserve them as wetlands, not parklands, in more of the residential areas, so that if there is another tidal surge, the first stop will be the berm, and if it penetrates that, then it'll be able to be absorbed by the wetlands.
Mr. Maracha.
First, I'd like to applaud the Governor Cuomo, for extending Oakwood, the buyout area. I'd like to see that any further areas in the devastated region or in Staten Island that need to have that coverage from the buyout should be included. I advocated earlier on in an article, I wrote a release, we need dunes, strong dunes across the coastal area. We also need to explore the feasibility of putting power lines underground. We also need to explore to protect our communications, our cell phones, our communications. They always should be around strong. I would like to see that all of the various resources that the people devastated by Sandy, whether they own businesses, whether they own property, should be expedited so people could receive the relief they want and make a decision that works for them. Hopefully we'll expedite it, we'll restore confidence in the neighborhood, we'll revive and rejuvenate Staten Island and make it the best place to be. As someone that has worked through COJO, has been out there in the field after the storm and has seen the devastation firsthand, I'm inspired to push it, because to restore those areas would be the right thing to do and would enhance the borough as a whole.
So you're saying you'd like to see them made into parkland, the buyouts?
The area in the buyouts, parkland by me is paramount. If a wetland can be used for a parkland, we have to examine each area of the wetland to make certain it can be used for parkland and wetland, how much can be developed. But that really is a testimony for the community, enhances it. It's taking land that will lay fallow and using for a positive purpose.
So it doesn't matter to you, it could be parkland, wetland, or development?
We have to look at preferably wetland, because there are drainage issues over there are sewage issues over there. I know of issues with various types of sewage and drainage before the storm came. So we have to see maybe we could alleviate the current conditions over there for the residents of Midland and South Beach and the other communities, the proper drainage into the sewers. We also have to see the impact of making parkland on the wetland and combining it together.